What's up everybody, my name's Arcane Keyblade and today we have another Kingdom Hearts character profile, and today we have Mr. Bookworm himself, ZEXION, who unlike the last few actually has a lot more purpose and screen time in the series, which is kinda nice. But that's enough talking, let's get into his profile. ZEXION, or Yinzo, his whole self, is the number 6 organization member, and his nickname is the Cloaked Schemer, and that's shown up in 358 by 2 Days, Chain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, and as his whole self, Dream Drop Distance, and Birth by Sleep, and he also shows up in the manga. But his main story as ZEXION starts in 358 by 2 Days, which, like many of the organization members that were sent to Castle Oblivion for being suspected of being a traitor. We only see him once in accompanying Roxas on a mission, but his larger role in Chain of Memories, he acts as the force that is attempting to stop Marluxia from taking over Sora, while working with Lexios and Vexen in doing so, in which they attempt to use Riku, who has appeared in Castle Oblivion, to counter Sora and stop Marluxia's plan, and Vexen uses a replica of Riku to do so. Yet Vexen is soon destroyed, and that plan kind of fails, where Lexios and ZEXION then attempt to get Riku to help their side to stop Marluxia, and Riku refuses to allow the darkness to control him, and he then fights and defeats Lexios. ZEXION then had a talk with Axel about what they should do with Riku, since Marluxia is soon to be defeated, and ZEXION decides to get rid of Riku by toying with him and the darkness inside him. Yet Riku takes hold of the darkness inside and then defeats ZEXION, and ZEXION then escapes to find Axel, who uses replica Riku to finish him off, because of the fact that Axel thinks he found out too much about his plan with Saïx, which is the basic assumed reason why he did it. He also appears one time between Birth by Sleep and 358 by 2 Days in Twilight's View, where he was asked by Vexen where Xemnas was, and he answered that he was in the Chamber of Repose. And during their conversation, Xigbar was eavesdropping and came down to say that he should continue recruiting members for the organization, and Xigbar also mentioned how he had seen Xemnas in the Chamber of Repose talking to no one, it seemed. And the last time he shows up is in Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix in the form of an absent silhouette and in the data battle. As Yinzo, he appears in Birth by Sleep as a kid who seems to be an apprentice to Ansem the Wise. We see that Ventus actually helps to save him from the Unversed. We later see that he was part of the Darkness and Hearts experiment by Xehanort, and this in turn got him turned into a nobody. And in Dream Drop Distance, he does appear once again as his whole self once his Heartless and Nobody were destroyed, and he then helps to find the missing organization members that should have reformed here. And that is the basic story for him. And he is voiced by Vincent Kurosa in English and Akira Ishida in Japanese, and that is it for his background. ZEXION has a personality that is strange. He's mysterious and calculating, where he likes to plan things out, seen when trying to stop Marluxia, and with this we can see his loyalty to the organization too, and also that he is able to lead others, in which he leads Lexios and Vexen. He has a fondness for literature and learning about humans and the way they work. He likes to explain things in great detail, seen when accompanying Roxas on his missions and explaining how to do things. Not shown much, but he does show how he can be cold at times when he's betting with Axel on who would be the next organization member to die. And lastly, we see that he likes to avoid direct fights, trying to trick Riku rather than actually fighting him head on, and also seen with his actual attacks, and he uses a book to create illusions and mimics of things. Like all organization members, he wears the organization coat as ZEXION and has that edgy haircut that is spiky but drapes over one eye and is a grayish bluish color, with also his eyes being blue too. As Yinzo, we first see him as a kid, and he wears a white lab coat with blue and dark blue shoes and pants with a black v-neck under the coat, and has the same hair and eye color as his older self, and also has a white lab coat, black boots, and purple ascot as his older self. He also seems to fold his arms a lot, or to be in a position in which he's thinking, to show his personality that he's a thinker. For his fighting style, ZEXION has many tricks that he uses to fight, but his main weapon is the lexicon. That is a term in Greek that means dictionary. And in the game, the book allows him to trap enemies inside it, and also to mimic their attacks, seen in 358 by 2 Days and Chain of Memories, which is also seen when he mimics Sora's appearance too. In Chain of Memories, he has a host of techniques for affecting you, such as unlocking cards from use, stealing cards, mimicking attacks, and using tornadoes to deal damage and steal cards. He has another attack that can steal Riku's health, fire energy beams, and can also create imitations of himself. He can also use the book to normally attack and also create a Soul Eater, which is an imitation of Riku's weapon to attack. In Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, his battle style is very different, where his whole goal is to trap Sora in the lexicon, in which once inside it he can cause illusions and also different things to happen, such as books that fly across the field and hit you, to changing up the entire order and use of your command deck. And the only way to get out of it is by hitting and destroying the lexicon that ZEXION has put himself in. He also has attacks that creates 3 colored circles that you must stand in one, and if you're standing in the one that's blue, after they're done changing, you are safe, but if you're not, then you're bombarded by meteors or attacks. In 350 by 2 days, he has a limit break called Meteor Mirage, where he summons balls of energy from above to attack enemies, and his final limit, the attack is larger and more powerful. An ability that we see in Chain of Memories is that he is able to identify the sense of people, which may be the darkness and lights inside others. And that is it for the profile of ZEXION, or Enzo. As a character, I like the mysterious and calculative persona he has. Even if he's not my favorite character, at least he gets his time to shine no matter how short it may have been. Nonetheless, tell me what you think of ZEXION, and yeah, my name is the Arcane Keyblade, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.